Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Phil and this is Opium Coils. So today we're going to be talking about how to install a fresh coil in the RDA. So let's go down and I'll show you what we need and how I do it. Okay guys, so we are down now and I'll show you the tools we're going to need. Obviously we're going to need some coils. In this case I chose my personal favorite, which is, zoom in, staggered fuse Clapton. So we got two of those. We do need some ceramic pliers. We need some flash cuts, screwdriver, sharp scissors, and something to tuck your cotton in with. Obviously we need a build deck. In this case, my personal favorite, a drop RDA. As you can see, I've got my batteries out of my mod, so we all nice and safe. Screw the RDA on top of our mod. We can just get rid of some of the tools for now. Okay, we actually need this. And with drop, as the name says, just drop it in, just like that. There we go. Now we take a screwdriver and try to tighten the actual post screws a little bit, not a lot, not too tight. I mean, we can go back and tighten it a little bit more. There we go. And same on the other side. Put the screwdriver through just like that. Hold the coil like that. Tighten the first screw a little bit. Tight the other one a little bit. Go back to the first one. If I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, tighten it all the way. And again on this side, all the way. Now, so your coils look like this. Now, drop RDA has a cool feature, as you guys can see. Just in there, I can go in there with my flash cuts and just get rid of the legs that are still hanging out in there, or hanging down. There you go. One more. So going back to your batteries in your mod, let me just zoom out a little bit. That's it, that's better. If you don't have any ohm meters or building stations or building jig or whatever else, and if you build on your mod, please make sure you take the batteries out, because the button is there, and if you hold your finger on your coils and accidentally press the button, that is not going to tickle. I've been there and done that. See what my finger does over there? It just sits on there just to support my hand, and it sits straight on the button. So you really want them batteries out. Right, let's do this just like that. Push it slightly this way. Just play with coils. I like them to be as centered and as symmetrical as possible. I don't know, it's just a bit OCD, I don't know, but I like it like this. I like things to be done properly. So take your time and line them coils as you want them to. I like to have them fairly in the middle. Just there we go, in the middle like this. So when I drop my juice, it goes straight in between coils, and the gap in between coils in here is actually small enough so that juice is not going to go straight down into my build deck or to the juice well, and it's just gonna stop and spread in between the coils, which is awesome. So one more tag, just like this. Yeah, and that's cool. Now the next step for me is to actually clean the coils, because you never know where the coils have been, whether they clean or what. So normally I go and wash them under warm water, and for this part I use a regular toothbrush and a little bit of soap. So after that I do have an ultrasonic cleaner, so I put it in just to get rid of all the reservoir of the soap and everything else that's in between the little holes in the coils. As I said before, these are staggered fuse Claptons, 2 times 26 as a core and 3 times 36. I tried 38, and funny enough, on drop with the juice I use, it was too much flavor for me. So yeah, I decided to go 36, and that flavor is absolutely spot on. So yeah, I will see you guys in a short moment. Just gonna go and clean them coils nicely, so then we can start and dry fire them. See you guys in a bit. And we are back. Coils, as you can see, nice and shiny. At the same time, I cleaned the top of my RDA inside out, so it's brand new. It looks $1 million. Now we're safe to put our batteries in. These are Sony VTC6 in there. Very good for my mech mods. And yeah, that's way too high to start firing the coils. I normally go down to about 17-18 watts. Yeah, let's do 18.6. Right, I'm going to try to zoom in so you guys can see what is actually happening whilst we fire the coil. The coils are wet, bear that in mind. It's gonna do it nicely centered. Oh, there you go. So you might see a little bit of steam coming off them. Just gently pulse them and see what is actually happening, whether they change the color, because obviously at that low wattage you're not gonna see any major hotspot or anything like that. Now just do the other side. So they always start fairly low. That's why I normally fire them on my DNA mod, because as you can see that's 0.6, so it's incredibly low, but they should go up to about somewhere between 0.13 and there we go, and 0.16. Few gentle pulses. Might just take it up a little bit, the wattage. 34 watts. See what that does. You can actually see the coils changing color a little bit, especially this one. Let's see, one leg starts to fire up nicely. I can see a tiny hotspot on the other one. So just look everywhere on the coil. I take my RDA, the mod, and look from the bottom, from every possible angle, looking for nasty hotspots. As you can see, that's it. We got somewhat little hotspot going on in there. There's nothing too major, nothing to worry about, but we want to get rid of it, obviously. You can scrape like this a little bit, turn it around, have a look on the other coil. And after we pulse them for a little bit, and that's at 34 watts, resistance already doubled. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be, as I said, somewhere in between 0.13 and 0.16. Yeah, 0.13 already. So we take it up a slightly higher. Let's say we do 50. So 50 watts is already 0.13. So see. Again, pulsing. Gentle pulse. Gently pulse it. Pulse the coils just like this. So you have to remember the coils have to glow nice and evenly from the middle. Sometimes if if it's almost always, it looks almost impossible to get rid of the actual hotspot, what you can do is just gently pinch the coil and actually try to separate the wraps slightly, like you were almost doing spaced coil. So what that does is just most of the time it gets rid of the hot spots, as well as makes the coil resistance go slightly higher. There we are, they're glowing nicely from the middle, and I wasn't too wrong. 0.14. Now I think I'm going to be vaping it at around, let's say 70, 80, so 82 watts. Let's see what that gives us. Tiny little hotspot on the bottom. Beautiful. Check the other coil. Absolutely stunning. That's how your coils. Let me just do it straight in the middle. And that's how your coils should look pre-fired, before you wick it. And yeah, they clocked at 0.14. Okay, so we'll be back in 2 seconds, and we're gonna wick it and juice it, vape on it. So see you guys in a bit. And we're back again. So as for the wicking material, I chose cotton bacon. Now this build is 3 mil inner diameter, so we need about, not pretty sure if you guys can see this. Yeah, I would say about that much of cotton. So that's the remain of 1 part of the cotton bowl or whatever it is. So now for this part, what I like to do is I just roll it both sides in my fingers, just like that. Just applying even pressure on each end. I'm trying to pull it slightly, just pull it like this as I roll it in my fingers, but the pulling is literally almost next to none. But I still do it actually. So yeah, and that's what we've got. Now we're going to take the scissors. By the way, you need a sharp, very sharp scissors for that. Now I'm going to zoom in. You guys need to be patient with me as I'm doing everything manually in here, so if something is out of focus, I will try to fix it as soon as possible. So you need to be patient with me. So now this end obviously goes through the coil, and as I push it a little bit, I twist it as well. So I pull it with this hand and push it with this hand, but what that hand does is, I mean, I don't really push it with this hand because it would do nothing. I pull it with this hand and I try to twist it with this hand so it goes in smoother. Now you don't really need to stuff the coil with cotton. And if you don't have enough cotton, that's not good either. So you need to find the happy middle for your build, obviously, because if this was let's say 2.5 mil build, then obviously I would need slightly less cotton. But you see, you feel that resistance, but it's still going through fairly easy. I'm not forcing it at all, because if you did, what would have happened would the cotton, let me just zoom in, no, focus. What would have happened, that cotton would actually pull the wraps apart, and all the dry firing would go to basically shit. So now, cut on one end. I don't know, I always try to cut a little bit shorter or a little bit longer on one side. What that gives me, ladies and gentlemen, is ability of having enough cotton. That's one, and two, have it nicely centered, just like this. Fluff it a little bit, just like that. And that's where my little tool comes very handy, because it's got a sharpie bit on one end and a blunt bit on the other. So what we do, I'll just go there, that's cool. I just try and tuck the cotton in just like so. Now I'm gonna push it towards the middle so it looks like this. So if you try to, maybe from this side, if you try to look through, you can't see anything because that cotton is right in there. So now what I'm doing is just pushing that cotton back. What that gives me, the cotton when it was going in, it went like this, and then when I'm pushing it, it's just going to create nice bubble there, instead of just hanging there down for no reason. And that's how I do it. Obviously, by any means, do whatever works best for you. This is only my method, and that's how I do my wicking. It works for me absolutely perfect. It took me a while to figure out how to do it, and that's the best way for me. So if you find a different way, better way for you, by all means, do it. Do it. And again, on this side, same thing, and just push it towards the edge of the juice well, just like this. Yeah, this RDA is so awesome. I love building on it. It's just amazing, and the flavour on this is absolutely intense. It's just unreal. That's it. That's all we've got. That's cool. Now we don't really need any of those tools anymore. I think what I'm going to do, just to zoom it in a little bit, I'm going to put my mod on something. Is this any better? We'll see. We'll see. I was going to put it right in the center. Sorry about the focus thing. There we go. Put it in the center. That's it. Now, the juice I'm using today is Jam Monster Strawberry. very nice. I always have a little bit of a paper towel somewhere near me when I'm juicing my coils. So basically what I normally do, as you can see now, I'm just dripping on the coils in the middle. You see that juice doesn't really go down to the juice well as just yet. Obviously if I overload it, it will go down eventually, but I prime the coils first, just like so, and I let them soak in for a few seconds really. You don't really need to wait too long for them to soak in, but you can see that cotton and that coil absorbing the actual juice. And make sure you've got another mod somewhere near you so you can vape whilst this is processing. That must have been really boring for you guys, sorry. Okay, again, going on the coils, prime it a little bit again. Now just go a little bit crazy. It all depends on the actual RDA you're using, how much juice you can put in the juice well. I love drop because it has a fairly deep juice well, and that's absolutely amazing. Where another RDA I've been using recently quite a lot is Dead Rabbit, and it has actually very, very little of that juice well. Now we've got our cotton primed slightly, so it starts to picking up or soaking in, starts soaking the actual juice from the bottom as well. So what I like to do now is just gently pulse the coils. What that does is just helps the juice melt a little bit, and it saturates the cotton a lot faster. So just do this again. Might just yeah, and don't go on the cotton like this, or maybe now you can, but you know, don't start with priming your actual cotton on the sides. Always start with the coils. Make sure that's nice and saturated, because that's where all the vapor comes from, your coils. So I think my next video I will try and do a tutorial, a coil build tutorial, and that is most probably going to be my way of doing staggered fuse Clapton. Now let's zoom out and I will show you guys. The vapor production out of this. So that's on 0.13 ohms and 82 watts. So yeah, that's it guys. Now we're going to go on top and talk about it for 2 minutes. I will see you in a bit. Hey guys, we're back up. So the build eventually clocked at 0.14 and we're running it at 82 watts. Let's see the vapor production. Decent, decent. Let's have a toot. Awesome. That was awesome. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. This was my very first video, so please don't be too hard on me. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more, I've got quite a few more planned. Please click subscribe button and that bell next to it, so you're gonna get notification when the video is up. And again, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you guys very, very soon.